everybody. I've been getting a few emails about children at this time going through a lot of anxiety because of all the being away from school and missing move-up days and worrying about what's going to happen next year, and we're all in that kind of in-betweeny state. So mental health is peaking, anxiety and stress are kind of rising, and I know certainly over the weekend I was getting a lot of emails from people saying to me that they were struggling for the last few days. So I thought I'm going to share with you today a few things that you can do to kind of boost clarity, concentration, and all those beautiful higher brain functions, but also to alleviate stress and anxiety, particularly now kids with different abilities who are already born with higher levels of cortisol, stress, the enemy of the body. We need to give it a good old zap, like a massage lightsaber. That's what we need to do. And little Boo is here to help me. Boo, the therapy dog. Look at her, isn't she lovely? So, very often we store anxiety and stress, fear and anger in our gut. The leading researcher in this field is Dr. Michael Gershon. He is amazing. I'd love to give him a big squish as well. And he has proven this big link of the gut being the second brain. It's got so many neurotransmitters in there, in your gut. There are more in your gut than in the entire spinal cord. How amazing is that? And 90% of the body's neurotransmitters that act like serotonin, the happy hormone, are in there too. So if I can't get to a child's tummy, or they don't want to lie down, or they're so anxious that I actually can't get anywhere near their back, it can actually, some kids can be so anxious that it almost feels like they've been sunburned, and if you go near their back, they really don't like it. But being part Italian and being a mum, I've found a way. When you work on the face, yay, you're working on the gut. How amazing. I just absolutely love it. All the meridians leading down to the gut begin in the face. Actually, there are some on the head too, but when you work on the face, you will watch that anxiety just melt away. And what you could do if a child isn't very keen on you touching them, or you're on your own and you're feeling anxious as an adult, because not just children who feel it, we feel it too. If you're on your own and there's nobody to do this for you, all these things I'm going to show you, you can do on yourself. So that's why I'm not working on anybody today. I'm giving all my children a break and Elliot a break. So it's just me you have to put up with. So I'm going to show you first of all, this is so simple. You just cup your hands over your eyes, but you dome them. You don't flatten them so the person feels like they're in a flower press, or you. You just dome them and gently feel that lovely heat. And that is incredibly soothing. Underneath the eyes, you've got meridians that run directly to the stomach, and the stomach is a big place that holds on to anger and stores old emotion that we haven't processed. So it's a really good one, because when we're seeing red and feeling angry, it comes from here. So when you soothe the eyes like this, it's perfect. And I do it. People lie back on a beanbag, they lie back on a cushion in my lap, and I do it for them. They might mirror me, a child might mirror me. So if they don't want to be touched, they could copy you. So, put the child in control, because it's all about getting their trust. And if you're isolating on your own, or you're not very keen on going out there at the moment, or you live alone, this is an easy one to do for yourself. Or if you're in hospital, or a wheelchair. So everybody can do it. I love it when it's inclusive. The other thing you can do is this forehead stroking. I know it's a bit weird doing it on yourself. Obviously, if you did this in public, you'd look a bit crazy, unless you're me, in which case you don't care. And forehead stroking is beautiful, because not only is it very soothing, let me sort my fringe out, not only is it very soothing, but as I've said to you on previous videos, the forehead, the frontal lobe, is like the cockpit of a plane. It houses all our higher brain functions, executive functions. So you're giving those a little polish, but it's also very soothing. So you're boosting all that clarity, concentration, motivation, focus, all those things, but you're also easing away the stress and anxiety, because everybody loves that. Who doesn't love that? And you can do it on yourself, which is what I'm often reduced to doing. As all my family have deserted me after a day of madness. Cupping the ears as well, that's another one. That's really lovely, this one. And again, you're just doming your hands, just doming them. You're not squashing them like an accordion. If their face goes a bit scrunchy, you're doing it too hard. It's just gentle. So you could do it for somebody, you can mirror, or you can do it on yourself. So it's inclusive of everybody. And the ears, as I've said in a previous video, contain all the reflex points to all the major organs of the body. So it's like doing a workout without a smelly old gym that costs a fortune. What else should I show? Oh yes, the concentration point above the eyebrows. This is a good one. So what you can do, you start there. This boosts concentration. So for homeschooling, if they're getting stressed about that, this spruces up the eyes, brightens up concentration, gives it a good shine. And you just, it's middle finger pressure actually. I don't want to do that in front of you though, because it does look a bit rude. I'm swearing, and I'm not swearing at you. I wouldn't dream of it. So tuck your other fingers up, and you're just pulling and working across the eyebrows out to the temples, which, as you know by now, contain all the major happy hormones and coping chemicals for your day, which also help relieve stress and anxiety. Fills you with the ability to cope and function, feel on top of the world. So you could just do this, and you always work from the concentration point out to the temples. If a child isn't if that's a bit invasive for a child or for you, you can just lightly tap. It's that sort of movement. Just tapping very gently. And you can do that all around the eyes. And there you're really helping, boosting concentration, focus, but you're easing, in particular, anger. Because sometimes when children or even adults don't have the vocabulary to express, fear sets in, and everything comes from a place of either fear or love. Anger does. If you boil it all down, anger is usually a fear of loss of control, a fear of the future, when you boil it down. So by working around the eyes, you're helping to ease and soothe that. So as I said before, if you have a child or you yourself can't bear your back being touched, it's tickly, sensitive, has a burning feeling, we're all different. If you work on the face, you're dealing with the gut, which is the second brain. Oh my God, I can hardly stand it. And then you can just do some lovely little jaw squeezes as well. So you're just cushioning the jaw between the pad of your finger there and the pads of your thumbs, and you're going up towards the ears. Don't do this if you're having treatment for cancer, or the person who you're working with has, because it's the lymph. We don't want to carry anything nasty in the lymph. But this is really good for kids who grind their teeth, bite their lips, you know, grind their teeth in their dreams, because a lot of kids do that, which shows long-term stress. And you can do lovely feathering on the face as well. So if you or an adult you're living with or a child isn't keen on having that invasive, you know, doing this around the eyes or tapping, you can gently stroke out. And that's absolute. I've had people go to sleep in my lap when I do that for them. And it's just and go up to the temples again, because then you're gently boosting those happy hormones. So that's just a few. I hope I've not bombarded you with too much. I do actually have a book which somebody reminded me that I should be promoting, but it feels a bit weird really, and I shouldn't really say that. It's Indian Head Massage for Special Needs. Lots of people have got time to read at the moment. If you would like to read it, I just love you forever. But Mary Atkinson has also written some amazing books. Quiet, boo. I'm going to massage your temples. Mary Atkinson has written wonderful books, Healing Touch for Children as well, Story Massage. So while you've got a little bit of time, have a little look at my book and enjoy yourselves. And I shall see you soon.